Hi guys, starting a little bit early tonight, so thanks for joining me. I'm Jess, I'm Key Tarot, and this is our lineup tonight. We've got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Ophiuchus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, and then Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. All right, that's the lineup. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm happy to see you guys. I hope you are well. Grab a couple of these. All right, let's say a quick blessing and we'll just get started with Capricorn. Happy birthday if it has been your birthday. All right, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. And Happy New Year. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. All right, I'm going to get started for Capricorn with this Tarot of Wonderland. Alrighty, the Star card came out for Capricorn. Kind of on its side, it has you kind of in a place of not really being sure if you can trust what's coming towards you. Alright, I'm not sure what that's about. Let's find out more. And on that, we've got the Six of Pentacles here because what you're really looking for is a very reciprocal relationship, and it feels like you're not sure if that's what you're looking at right here. On one hand, it feels like it could be everything you could have ever wanted with this Star card, but you're kind of questioning it again whenever it's on its side. And here we've got the Six of Pentacles, which really talks about equal give and take. It's like, it's reciprocity, right? Alrighty, more about that. I've got the Queen of Wands in reverse here, kind of on its side, actually. That's the card of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine energy. This could be your energy or this could be somebody crossing you. This is an energy, this is someone who's very fiery, they're very passionate. There's someone who's very popular, could be very beautiful, very kind and loving, but sometimes whenever she's not necessarily in the reverse, but again on its side, it's somebody who maybe just is lacking energy in some way. Like there's not a lot of get up and go perhaps right now. That could be you or that could be someone around you that is this fire sign energy. Thank you. I have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which kind of talks about, ill timing or possibly delays to things. And we'll find out what that's about in a minute. I'm going to come back through and clarify with another deck in just a minute. I've got the Strength card. That's the card of Leo. Ooh, my head just got so swimmy there all of a sudden. It's the energy of needing to draw strength from, maybe even leaning on friends for support in some kind of situation. I don't know what it is that we're talking about here, where we have you kind of questioning some things that had felt like they might be the perfect thing for you, but now you're kind of like, I'm not really sure. Kind of like not a lot of energy that you want to put towards this anymore is kind of what I'm feeling. It feels like there's bad timing and some kind of delay in the situation. You're just kind of, this could be something as simple, it could be a very simple thing or it could be bigger in your life. So take it as you will. Yeah, I got the Two of Wands that came out on its side. Yes. And the Ten of Pentacles right into that also on its side. So the Two of Wands is about seeking partnership. And now I have you questioning whether or not that's actually what you want to do. You're like, I don't even know if it's worth it. I don't even know if it's ever worth it. You've got a lot of stability here with this Ten of Pentacles here that you've already built for yourself. This is your card, Capricorn, very much your energy. You've invested a lot in the right things over the years. You've really tried hard to put yourself in a position of stability to where you have a lot to offer to someone. And you're kind of questioning where those partnerships are going to be lying and where they're coming from all of a sudden. Alrighty, let's clarify with a traditional Rider-Waite tarot. All right. All right, what is this Star over here with this Six of Pentacles situation? Darn it, if it's not the Six of Pentacles. Man, you guys are so good. Straight out of the gate, cannot make it up. Six of Pentacles 2 times. Again, it's about equal give and take. It's about reciprocity. It's about what I give to you, you give back to me. This is everything that you deserve, right? It's everything you could ever want. And for some reason, there's something about this situation where you feel like you may not be getting that. Let's see. What is this Queen of Wands situation? Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who is not moving fast enough for you. Like I said, either it's a person that you're waiting on, it's taking too long, you've tried to be patient with them, or they've tried to be patient with you or something. It just never seems to be getting off the ground. And it feels like there's a lack of energy from one person in this situationship, whatever this is, who's just tired. They're just like, they're very fatigued feeling in some way, or they're just not really sure what they wanted. Like, it feels like there's a lack of communication here. And in addition to that, it's like people who aren't on the same page. All right, what is this Wheel of Fortune in reverse situation? Yeah, okay, well, it's the Tower. Oh, awesome. Okay, the Tower is an event or something that comes out of nowhere. It's like, it just like hits the mark is what I'm hearing. I don't know. The Tower doesn't always have to be a negative thing, but whenever it's under this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it really just speaks of bad timing, like something. The Tower can be an event that is like an awakening moment for you, like that aha moment, or it can be like a massive, like catastrophic feeling to something, or just a rather large event that shakes things up somehow. How does that... I mean, there's bad timing for a lot of different reasons. I've got the Temperance in reverse. That is, again, the card of Sagittarius here. We just came from Sagittarius season, as you know. Whew, and what a wild ride that was. But the Temperance in reverse card, well, Temperance is all about balance, right? It's about self-discipline. It's about positive routines in our life, habits. You know how I was talking about earlier, how you've really set yourself up for success over many years. You've really invested wisely in yourself and the things that you surround yourself with and the people you surround yourself with. I don't know if you're experiencing like the opposite in another person here that you're looking at, like as a partnership option here or something. When Temperance is in reverse, it can be ill health. It can be, again, fatigue and just a general lack of energy. It can be some bad habits in one's life that one has collected. And that kind of goes on top of this Tower card with this Wheel of Fortune. I mean, maybe these are the issues that you're looking at. Temperance in reverse can be about addictions. Tell me more. Let's see. Knight of Cups, yeah, again on its side. This is like, I feel like this is your energy or someone coming towards you who wants to come in and fix the situation. They want to lend a helping hand in some way. Like, it's such a nice energy about it. Someone who's very kind. The Knight of Cups brings like a gift of love in some way. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Definitely wanting to go towards someone and help someone through a situation, but really kind of starting to lose patience is kind of what I'm hearing. That's maybe why we have this Strength card here. Six of Wands. Yeah, you're really hoping for some, like Six of Wands is about a victorious homecoming of some sort. This could be a family member that we're talking about here, where we have someone who's just not quite living up to the expectations you had for them in some way. But this Six of Wands it talks about a victory in some way, and that goes right on top of that Strength card there, which is again the card of Leo. There's a lot of fire sign energy here. I feel like there's going to be like some kind of shift, some kind of change here, where we had this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I said it was bad timing, bad, you know, like some kind of delay and something, like we have some kind of stunted growth here in some way because there's a lack of energy here driving it. I think there's gonna be a shift in some way, and I'm not sure what that's gonna be. And I don't know if this is all happening this week or if this is something that drags out a little longer in your life. I'm not sure what this energy looks like. Look, I've got the Two of Cups in reverse. Whatever this energy is, it propels you into making a change. I have the Two of Cups in reverse over here on top of this Two of Wands that came out on its side, where I said you're really questioning whether or not you want any kind of partnership at all in your life in this regard, whether this is in your career or your love life, I don't know, or whether you want to like work on this anymore, whatever this situation is. And it's kind of maybe causing you to put on the brakes for a minute and then possibly change direction entirely. This Two of Cups is one of our soulmate cards, but whenever it's in the reverse, it's a dissolution of a partnership in some way. Anything else you want to say about that? Ooh, yeah, apparently. There's going to be some really fast-moving communication here. And look, the Queen of Pentacles came out on top of that. And that is a very nurturing card. It's a card of abundance, and that is your card, Capricorn. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine energy right here. And there's a lot of communication that needs to be expressed here with this Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands is about rapid moving communication. It can be stuff that kind of comes out of nowhere, stuff that it needs to be talked about, though. It's kind of an energy of understanding one another, and that propels you into looking in a different direction in some way, but it's still kind of a healing conversation that needs to happen. Perhaps that's why this Strength card is needed here, but there's some kind of victory in it for you that comes out of whatever this situation is here. It really feels like it's a lot about communication. All right, that's your reading for this week, Capricorn. All right, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, actually, no. Let me, before I cut you loose, let me read a couple of these family tarot for you here, just so, because what is this communication about, really? I've got the Chariot in reverse. There's like a lack of change. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what's going to be the changing factor here for you, is the lack of change in another person. The Chariot is the card of Cancer, but the energy of it is someone who's kind of halting and they're stuck. They don't want to move forward. You don't see any forward movement here, and that's what propels you into this kind of like slamming on the brakes and let's go in a different direction here. And it doesn't feel like a horrible ending or anything like that, although the Tower is not great to see in a reading. But yeah, the Seven of Coins in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's like I don't see that there's going to be any growth here. I'm not seeing any changes where I need to see them. There's no growth, and I'm tired of investing in something that I'm not getting anything out of. The same with this Six of Pentacles that came out twice here. Yes, you are smart cookie, that's for sure. Anything else you want to? Yep. Okay. Yeah, and I've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Darn it all. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles in reverse is exactly that. It's like, yeah, there's not going to be any growth here. There's not going to be any change. I'm not going to see things that I need to see. And I'm not getting an upset energy from you saying this. Honestly, it feels like a little bit of a letdown. But I feel like it was something that you've been kind of preparing yourself for. It feels like you've been watching it from a distance. Like I said, it was something that you had thought may have been the right thing for you or something, but you've been questioning it for a while. This Ace of Pentacles in reverse is it's all of that. It's like no solid beginning, no solid start. And you've kind of reconciled yourself to that, I feel. Again, you have a very stable energy about you within this reading, and it doesn't feel like one that's like emotionally upset. It's just almost like a conversation that needs to be had, or some kind of communication that needs to be made. And whenever that communication happens, it's kind of the feeling that there's like a feeling of finality. Well, I can stop doing this and I can start doing something different, something better, the right thing for me, the right situation for me. All right. Anyway, that was your reading for the week, Capricorn. I will catch up with you next week, and we're going to move on to Taurus, and we're going to start with this Star Power Tarot. What do we have for you guys? All right. Eight of Pentacles, good job, good job. This is hard work. This is working on yourself. This is investing in yourself. And I'm hearing like investing in myself for the first time in a long time. Very good, nicely done. All right, what else do we have for Taurus? Eight of Pentacles can be like working on what you want to work on for the first time in a while. The Strength card out for you guys too. Nice. This is the energy of Leo, but it's the energy of maybe having, well, honestly, with this Eight of Pentacles right here, I mean, you may really have been putting your nose to the grindstone, like overworking almost to the point of exhaustion, and maybe it's starting to wear you down a little bit. I don't know. If it is, check in with yourself and do take time to rest if you can. And I understand that sometimes you really do have to power through stuff, but if you can take care of yourself, that will be better in the long run, right? I got the Five of Cups in reverse. What? Okay, so the Five of Cups in reverse, it can be like that rat race feeling. It's kind of like the definition of insanity, where you're doing the same thing over and over and over again and kind of expecting to get a different result. In this combination, it may be that you are not loving work right now, maybe. Or you feel like you're not getting ahead in the way that you would like to, maybe. Let's see. Oh, I've got the sun though. That's also another card of Leo. You got a lot of Leo in here. I'm so sorry that light is so bright. But the sun, it's about healing. And remember how I was saying, like, maybe you've just been overworked. The sun is it's coming out of depression. It's getting a return of your energy and your energetic investments. It's good. It's a time of warmth and growth. It's good. Good. I like it. I like where you're headed here. It looks like it's maybe been an uphill battle for a while. I got the Knight of Cups in reverse. Ow. What? Knight of Cups, he's kind of like the Knight of, he offers a cup of love, basically, typically, but whenever he's in the reverse, it's somebody who kind of is retracting an offer in some way, like maybe choosing to go in a different direction. And this is somebody who feels like they're justified in their actions as well. All right, Knight of Cups in reverse. Alrighty. Well, that's not bad. It's good to just assess things and make changes sometimes. It's good. And we got the Knight of Wands that came out with that, and the Magician that came out with that too. Both of them on their side. Do we want any more from this deck? Hold on one second. Yes, that's what. Oh, man, no. One more. Hold on. I'll tell you. Hold on. So I got the Knight of Wands that came out here on its side, and the Magician as well on its side. This, and that's under this Knight of Cups in reverse. Now, next to it over here, I've got the Seven of Swords, which, as you know, if you've ever seen, and we've got, good. Okay, this is why I wanted to keep going before I started talking, because I got the Wheel of Fortune out underneath the Seven of Swords, which is good. This combination is very interesting. I feel like there's something that you have really been working hard on. I don't know whether it's a relationship. I don't know if this is something to do with work, some situation like that. And it's really been kind of overwhelming, a little bit exhausting perhaps, and you may feel like you haven't been getting the results that you've been needing to see in whatever this is. There's a tremendous amount of healing that's coming towards you with this situation, or possibly a change. I see a change of direction with this Knight of Cups energy here, and this Knight of Wands on its side here is somebody who's having a really hard time committing to something that they were committed to really wholeheartedly before. And under the Knight of Cups, it's like, I want to go in a different direction. You would really poured your heart and soul into it, is what I'm hearing and feeling. And this Magician card tells me like you have bent over backwards. You have tried everything that you know to do to improve this situation, but it's not working the way that you want it to work. You're not seeing what you want to see. Now, this Seven of Swords, and it's so interesting because it's very specific to this deck. This is a funky energy of a card. And the Seven of Swords is usually a lying cheater kind of card, or someone who's trying to get away with something that ultimately doesn't belong to them in some way. Specific to this deck though, it's got like a really narcissistic kind of vibe to it. Somebody who really doesn't see the truth in the ways that everybody else around them sees the truth, but yet they still believe their own truth. You know, that kind of skewed perception. And I feel like if that's not your energy, and I don't feel like it is, and if it's somebody in your environment or your space, I feel like you're like dodging a bullet here real quick. Like with this Wheel of Fortune upright that came out here at the end, it's like a change is happening, and it's like getting out just in the nick of time, it feels like. And I like that. And it's like kind of a cliffhanger there. So let's see. I'm going to clarify with this Tarot of Wonderland really quick. I'm going to take it back over here to this situation where you've got the Five of Cups in reverse on top of this Strength card. And I said you're just like, okay, the Four of Pentacles here. Ooh, you're just trying to decide if you want to stay or go in this situation is kind of what I'm hearing. And you felt really restricted for a while. There could be like financial concerns here where you feel like you maybe don't have like you're afraid to stop working here or something, like maybe you would have to take a pay cut or something. Or you may feel like you are going to lose a lot if you let go of this, something that you invested a lot in. Okay, but really having to make a decision as to whether or not you're going to stay or go there. Golly, you've got the Hanged Man out on top of that. That's the card of Pisces. But the Hanged Man, That's exactly that energy. It's like waiting it out. It's like, do I stay or do I go? I need to make a decision about this. Like you're just really weighing your options out and not really sure what to do, because like it feels like the solution has not presented itself to you yet. Okay, but I feel like it's going to when we have this Sun card here. So tell me more about that, please. Hold on, that's too many. 1 second. Okay, that's the Three of Swords. That's like the quintessential breakup card. It's heartache, grief, and pain. It's like, I always say, it's like the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, you know? Ow, I'm so sorry. It's like an ending, but it feels like a final ending, and it feels like a choice, and it feels like it's your choice, that's heavy, and I understand, but it feels like you've been trying to make a decision as to which direction you want to go for a while, or you've been trying to get yourself out of this situation for a while. And I feel like because this Sun is here, this is like relief from anxiety and depression and, you know, those sleepless nights or whatever it is. That's the relief of it. So it tells me that you've obviously been through that, especially when we have this card here. You've really been through it, either in your own head or heart or in your own like physical environment. Alrighty. Thank you. Yeah, I got the King of Pentacles in reverse. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, masculine energy. This might be you. This is like a feeling of, it can be financial loss. Yeah, I don't like that for you. And I understand, like that's really what you're feeling. Like you're saying, yes, that's why I haven't been making the decisions. It's because I'm worried about that. I understand that. Okay. Got it. Oh, but look at you. You've got the Sun card out again and the Judgment card that came out with it. Nicely done. So that's twice the Sun card for you. That's the energy of Leo. Very good job. But that's all about healing. It's divine masculine energy. It's yang energy. It's very warm. It's coming out of depression. It is truly a need for healing as well. And it looks like it's being delivered to you in some way. And I don't know what that means for you, but I've got the Judgment card that comes out with that. And that's basically your aha moment with that Judgment card. It's a wake-up call. It's understanding, and it is it's clarity and understanding, and it's major. It's like a major change in your life. This is a lot of major arcana here on the table for you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already out here. So those, when I have a lot of major arcanas on the table like that, it tells me that it's kind of a massive energy that you're moving through. If this is your reading, and you're dealing just with like some big energies right now. They're not just like day-to-day things. They're bigger. They affect your life more over longer amounts of time. Yeah, got some kind of a wake-up call here. This is good stuff though. Oh, dare I ask about this over here? And then I got to start over at the beginning. Hold on. Here we go. Two of Wands in reverse. And the Seven of Swords on top of the Seven of Swords. Oh, no. Well, nicely done for knowing how you feel about things enough to give me two cards like that. One right on top of the other. Good job. But again, that is that card of the lying cheater, someone who's trying to get away with something. Like I said, someone who's just not telling the truth, and someone who believes their own lies almost, it feels like. And it's like dodging a bullet here. Like I said, this Two of Wands in reverse is, so the Two of Wands is all about seeking partnership. Whenever it's in the reverse, it's like, slam on the brakes. We got to stop whatever this is, because we can't keep going down this rabbit hole, right? Yeah, I agree. And now it should also be said that this Magician card, I don't like having the Magician card anywhere near the Seven of Swords. And that's a very manipulative energy. It's a very kind of win at all costs kind of energy. And I don't want that for you or for anyone in your environment either, quite frankly. What's this Wheel of Fortune situation where things start to change quickly for you? So if this has been going on for a while and you've kind of been trying to get away from this, golly, you've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. There's like this real fearful energy of change from you. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. So either we have someone who's been highly non-committal here, a very dodgy, in and out, kind of inflammatory, can be immature, kind of a bullying energy, can even be physically aggressive with this Knight of Wands in reverse. So if that's not an energy around you, it's an energy of, it's an energy of having a hard time committing to this anymore at the very least. Okay, so you got to decide what it feels like for you, but that's the Knight of Wands 2 times. And this first time it was on his side, this time it's just in the reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse can be promiscuous at times. They can, get into arguments and physical altercations at times. Oof. That's not great. And I feel like that is something that you're dodging, like you're getting out of this situation, whatever it is. Anything else you want to say with this deck before I clarify real quick? Yes, the 5 of Cups in reverse. That's the second time out for that one as well. Like I said, it's like the definition of insanity. Not like there really is, but that's what we say. It's like always expecting a different result. And look, it doesn't matter how hard she tries, it's never going to be what she needs it to be in the end, right? You are wicked smart, I'll tell you that. Alrighty, let's see here. I get the 3 of Pentacles in reverse here for you. This is the family tarot, and a 3 of Pentacles in reverse is just a complete lack of stability within a partnership. And it can be within a group of people, it can be within a couple. Take it as you will. It can be in work, it can be at home, I'm not sure. That's something that is an unstable formation that is never going to function the way it needs to. You have people who are completely on opposite pages. Again, I have somebody here that's believing like a whole different reality in some way, or really working hard to manipulate a situation. I have one or the other of you trying to get out of this, and there's a tremendous need for healing here with that Sun twice. But it looks like it's coming. So hooray. And it's changing quickly with that Wheel of Fortune. This 5 of Wands in reverse. Ooh. So I got 5, 5, 5. So 2 times the 5 of Cups came out. And then also this 5 of Wands. 5s are about chaos and chaos that brings change. Yeah, they're transition times typically, like moving from one phase of life to another, or one career to the other, or all of those kinds of things where you're transitioning from one thing in life to the next. These cause instability in our life, and they can often cause conflict and chaos that bring about the changes that are necessary to move us from one place to the next. Oh, that's how it goes sometimes, right? I've got the King of Wands here now. Wowza. Okay. Alrighty, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. But man, this is somebody who knows they want to go after something better, something different. And they're really ready to put in the effort. They're ready to kind of blaze new trails. And they want to take charge of whatever this situation is. Whatever this is, somebody needs to be in charge of it. And it's like, almost feels like you have to have the energy of cleaning up the situation, and in addition to that, moving on from it at the same time. Wow, that's a tall order, right? But it kind of has to be done. It feels like something's fallen off course here. Alrighty. But there's a lot of change that's happening rapidly for you towards the end of this week, or towards the end of whatever this cycle is that you're working out here. With that Wheel of Fortune, it's a lot of change happening. And thank goodness, like I said, it does feel like you've dodged a bullet. 7 of Swords twice. That is super yucky, right? Super funky. Not a fan. So let's move out of that as quickly as possible. I can see that it's caused a lot of instability, heartache, grief, and pain, and all of the above, right? But it's time to make a change. Got to. Have to. Can't stick in there anymore. And there's the Strength card right there. You've got what it takes to move forward, right? Yes, of course you do. Alrighty, that was your reading for the week, Taurus. I will catch up with you next week and see how this plays out. Next, we have Virgo, and then we will move on to our fire signs. Let's do this Hush Tarot for Virgo. The Five of Wands. Alrighty. Five of Wands. That's an energy of kind of like back and forth in your head, kind of mental stress. Can be kind of like drama in your head. It's stuff that kind of tangles you up. All right. Let's not, right? This is just where you've been, maybe. And maybe we'll be moving out of that, right? I think so. Yeah. I hope. Five of Wands. It can be an energy of, I don't know, taking it out on each other, like little verbal tiffs, that sort of thing. I've got the Three of Wands in reverse. That feels like things aren't happening fast enough is what you're feeling like. Like you keep trying to get something to change, something to improve, and it's just not happening fast enough for you with that Three of Wands. And you're really trying to get something off the ground here. Yeah, I've got the Emperor card underneath that. That's Aries energy. So that's the card of divine masculine. It's a card of taking charge, though, with the Emperor. It's someone who has a heavy burden on their shoulders. Like you have quite the empire to run if this is your energy, right? And you have to keep a lot of those balls up in the air. And it's important for you to always be like on top of your game is what I'm hearing. And I'm feeling like things aren't just not happening fast enough. It's almost like you're waiting for other people to get their business in order and it's causing you some stress maybe. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. The Knight of Pentacles right here in the same position that it was in for one of the ones we just did. The Knight of Pentacles, it was just with a different deck. But the Knight of Pentacles here is someone it's very slow going. Like it's very slow moving. And whenever he's in the reverse or on his side, he can be like at a dead halt, like a standstill. But also the Knight of Pentacles is extremely bright. And this person, this energy, this is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. That's your energy. It's someone who's trying to decide what it is they want to invest in for the future. This is a very smart person. And they are really trying to see like what is going to yield the most gain. Okay. Well, you have to because you're also this Emperor energy. And this Knight of Pentacles, it almost feels like being asked to learn to do new things while trying to run an entire kingdom. And it just feels like it's been highly stressful with that Five of Wands right there. And now I've got the King of Pentacles. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. That's you. Very nicely done. So we've gone from the Knight to the King rapidly here. I think this is going to be a really good week for you. You know that? So this King of Pentacles is an energy of finances coming in, possibly like extra money coming in or something that just adds to your stability in some way. It's very nice. It's a very stable energy. It's got a very similar feeling to this Emperor energy. There's a lot of blue there. Yeah. It's something that restores some peace and quiet into your life. Golly, I'm glad. Oh, I've got the King of Swords in reverse. Oh, golly. We have the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and now the King of Swords. This is a lot of heavy masculine royalty energy here. Also, the Knight of Pentacles. I didn't even catch that. That's a lot of masculine energy here. So this King of Swords in reverse, this is someone who maybe didn't say the right thing at the right time in some way. They can be verbally abusive, or maybe that's what that Five of Wands was up there. Now, King of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. And this Four of Pentacles here is having a difficult time letting go of someone or something. It can be, with this energy, it could have been an argument about finances or something like that has caused some kind of issue here, and we're trying to get back on track with it here. And maybe there could be apologies coming in some way with this Knight of Pentacles here. For some reason, I don't know why I'm feeling that way, but because, you know, Knights bring physical, tangible gifts with them. Pages bring messages, but Knights bring physical, tangible gifts, and the Knight of Pentacles would bring like a gift of finances, like small money or something. It feels like it could almost even be an apology in some way. I don't know. Very interesting. Okay. I got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who's been kind of having a hard time keeping it together a little bit. I'm going to clarify with a different deck. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else. Thank you. Alrighty. Nine of Swords in reverse. And the Four of Cups. Okay, so I'm not sure how this goes together like this towards the end here, but this Two of Pentacles is someone who's feeling off balance in some way. So we have like this almost feels like how the week will play out almost in some way. It feels almost like there's been some kind of conflict that is trying to be healed in some way. And it feels like someone said the wrong thing and is now like trying to offer some kind of apology in some way. There's been some instability here, and I'm not sure how that's related to your life. The Two of Pentacles is someone who's having a hard time juggling everything, and this Emperor energy is someone who has been asked to juggle a lot. Like I had said, like keep a lot of balls up in the air, and it feels like someone's kind of feeling unsuccessful in some way. And this Nine of Swords energy here underneath it, it's like the energy of sleepless nights and tossing and turning, and whenever it's in the reverse, it can be like full-on bad dreams kind of, or like one of those cycles that just seems like it's gone on a little bit too long, you know, and really needing to move on from it. But this Four of Cups energy is someone who's also kind of looking back on things and wishing that things had gone a different way. I'm not sure how that relates. So let's see, because I'm noticing the fours, because we've got the Four of Cups, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and the Emperor is the number 4. Fours can be about establishing a stable partnership in some way. Alrighty, let's look. I'm going to clarify with this traditional Rider-Waite here. Okay, well, what do we have for Virgo? Tell me about this Five of Wands situation here, because the Five of Wands, it's really about mental conflict. It's like going over and over things in your head, like almost driving yourself crazy with obsession. Yeah, there's this Queen of Pentacles energy here, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine energy. This is a very nurturing card. This is a card of a mother. This can be, she's very like pre-Empress energy, which is very similar to this Emperor energy. Someone who has to run maybe an entire household or a whole business and do it all herself somehow. That is kind of what's on top of this Five of Wands. Maybe you, hold on. Darn it, I got the Ace of Cups in reverse. That could be an ending of a love relationship in some way, or it can just be a lot of tears that have been cried in a situation. It's like really wanting for something to get better. I almost see like somebody like asking for forgiveness in some way with these, I don't know if you can see that, with these hands at the bottom here. I don't know. It's like someone almost praying and begging for forgiveness in some kind of situation, and yet there's like a lot of tears that have been cried here. And it goes right on top of that Emperor card. And the truth is both the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor here are both in the upright. Oh, and look, I didn't even notice I've got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles sitting right here next to each other. I didn't even notice that before. So we've got a true pair here on the table. This Four of Wands in reverse just popped out. It can be the ending. It can be a dissolution of a family or something like that. No, or some kind of partnership or something like that. It can be feeling tremendous, just feelings of instability within the four walls of your home or even in your physical body. You may have just been feeling really off lately in some way. Like if none of this resonates, I mean, these are just energies. So just take it as you will if it does at all. In some weeks you're like, I'm so glad that wasn't a reading for me this week, because I want to pray for those people, those Virgos, right? So the Four of Wands in reverse can just denote this is kind of a breakup or an ending. And whenever we've got that Ace of Cups right here as well, I mean, that's kind of what it does indicate, right? In the reverse. I've got the Fool in reverse. That's like, I don't see a new start happening here. It's like having to let something go. Oh man, I'm not sure how all of this relates, because the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, they are both in the upright, and so is the Emperor. It should be said. I don't feel like any, and of course this King of Swords in reverse is sort of a problem, and we'll talk about that in a minute. That's again where I said there could have had some kind of verbal altercation, something like that. Thank you. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands, it's like a highly sexually passionate card. It can be like a trailblazing kind of card. Whenever it goes on top of this King of Swords in reverse, it can almost be like somebody putting their foot in their mouth, or like a flirtation that doesn't go the way it's expected to, or something like that. Guys, I gotta be honest, this is kind of clear as mud to me. What is this Four of Pentacles that we have you kind of holding on to something, or somebody, Page of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, you feel like there's some situation here where somebody hasn't learned their lesson, and this, it's causing a lot of instability either in your home or in yourself. There were a lot of tears cried over this situation, whatever it was. You have a lot on your plate here. You've been asked to juggle a lot of things, and you've done a good job of it. You've been asked to learn a lot of new things in whatever this situation is here. This Page of Pentacles, though, is somebody who you feel like they're not learning their lesson in some way. This is like a lot of different energies. I'm having a hard time keeping them all straight. It feels like 3 different situations. I've got the Five of Pentacles out here now, which is a card of separation and loss. It can be, it's a very pessimistic kind of view. I just doesn't feel like, I don't know. Let's see. What is this Two of having to make a change, having to go in a different direction? It's like leaving one place and moving to another. It can be a physical move. It can be like a change in perspective that allows you to move on from something that you invested a lot of your heart in. Ay, ay, ay. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, which is like quite a bit of instability, like financial instability in some way, like the bottom dropping out of a situation. Hey, gotta be honest, not. And the Tower card, are you kidding me? What is going on, Virgo? If this is your reading, please message me, because I do want to pray for you. This sounds like a rough week, I gotta be honest. This Tower on the side is kind of like the energy of something that you saw it coming. You knew it was coming. It's almost like we knew it was happening, we didn't plan ahead for it, and now we're kind of stuck with kind of a situation that we have to get ourselves out of, which you're fully capable of doing. You are doing it. It feels like you were holding on until the very last, and now you see that you've got to let go of something because there's something better that's coming along once you do. And whatever this was that you are moving past, it's been nothing but like sleepless nights, tossing and turning, worry, stress, you know, and you're seeing like not a lot of change with that Fool in reverse right there. Nope. Not liking it. It was like, I keep waiting to see a change. This is the card of manifestation, this Three of Wands. It's like, I keep waiting to see this change in myself or someone else or this situation, and it's not going the way that I need it to. It feels like everyone is being authentic to themselves with this Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles upright and the Emperor upright. Like, it doesn't feel like anyone's really doing anything wrong in the situation. It just feels like the situation is bad. There could have been some situation of like I said, like some kind of verbal altercation at some point where somebody may have stuck their foot in their mouth or something. But it doesn't, I don't know, I have you moving on from it somehow, and it's very good and positive, but it does feel like kind of with a heavy heart. It feels like you saw it coming though. And you knew that this was going to happen and that you were going to have to jump ship and that you were going to have to go to a different place in some way. And so, like, that doesn't really help. I know you're like, well, but even still, it's still here. And I understand that. So yes, I wish you the very best if this is your reading. And these things happen, and time will pass and things will heal and things will get better. But if you've been under this much stress and a lot of tears, like I said, a lot of tears, then you know you can freely move forward to something that's better than this, right? We want this upright, not in the reverse. And sometimes we have to have these kind of jarring moments so that we recognize that whatever it is we've been experiencing may actually not be the best thing for us. And maybe there is something more positive out there for you. I know there is, right? Anything's better than that. All righty. I love you guys a bunch, and I will catch up with you next week. Next, we are going to start with Leo for our fire signs, and let's use this Deviant Moon Tarot for you guys. Oh my. Alrighty, Page of Swords, I like it. All right, so Page of Swords is a message. It's a message. It's a message of clarity and understanding. Incidentally, it can also be like online stalking or like being watched. is the energy of being watched or you watching another person. So all of those things, check all of those boxes that apply to you. All right. Thanks, guys, those of you who timestamp, I really appreciate it. And thanks for putting it in the time of the video. And also, that's really sweet that you put it in for a time of the night, too. Thank you. Thanks, Nick. Alrighty. We've got seriously, we've got the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. What? All right. So the Ten of Swords in reverse can be like an energy of an ending. It's kind of the minor arcana version of the Death card for me. It's like the Julius Caesar card, one more final stab in the back, but in the reverse like that, kind of just feels like pulling the Band-Aid off slowly in some way. But kind of, it feels like you may be watching this happening around you. This may be happening to someone else, and you're just watching it from a distance in some way. This Eight of Cups in reverse is somebody, I don't know, it's kind of like you're questioning why you ever wanted something in the first place, why you ever wanted to commit to it in the first place, and that's why it feels like it's kind of a painful ouch sort of ending. But now that you're looking at it with a lot of clarity, you're seeing things very differently for the first time, that's for sure. So that's our Eight of Cups right here. And whenever it's in the reverse, it can be kind of looking back with some emotional feelings, like maybe some anger about the situation is kind of what I'm getting. It's like kind of a lot of pain right here. Heart chakra area. Alrighty, what else? Thank you. And I've got the Five of Swords. Oh man, this is an energy of verbal bullying, some kind of altercation. It can be like a win at all costs. It can be losing friends because of things that have been said in some way. And again, I feel like you're watching this happening. I don't know that this is your energy, but with this Page of Swords, you see how he's watching something so closely. That feels like your energy. Well, I've got the Devil card that flipped out on top of that with the High Priestess in reverse. No. All right, so the Devil card, that's the card of Capricorn, but it's kind of like this energy of obsession, addictions that enslave us. It can be watching, and it can be a very kind of unkind, manipulative sort of energy with this High Priestess in reverse. Ugh, that's not so great. That can be someone who, I hate saying that, but like what I'm hearing is like someone who uses their spiritual practices like to harm others, and I don't know, that's just that's not a good thing to hear. And this is what I'm saying. I don't suggest that this is your energy at all, and I would never say that. I don't even know. It's not a great energy. And with this Five of Swords here, it does feel like kind of a win at all costs kind of bullying energy. And it feels like it does. I'm not suggesting that it's you doing this. It does feel like something you may be watching happening around you. Ah! Ay. All right. The Two of Wands on its side. Kind of questioning what direction you want to go in now. I don't know if these are all related here. Two of Wands has been a popular guide tonight. Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who may have been separated from somebody else and wants to come back in. Now I've got the Four of Wands in reverse again. These are very similar cards to the ones we had for Virgo a minute ago. However, it's just with a different deck. I'm pretty sure y'all had all of these out a second ago. This Four of Wands is like that twin flame 1111 awakening card, but whenever it's in the reverse, it's really about an instability within a partnership. The Four of Wands is one of the soulmate cards in the deck, but whenever it's in the reverse, again, it can be a dissolution of a partnership or somebody who's just not picking up what's being put down in some way is what I'm hearing. This Five of Pentacles in reverse can be about separation. It can be about financial loss, or it can be about just an overall negativity, like energy from another person. And this Two of Wands here, it's got somebody seeking a different direction, wanting to go in a different direction with almost like with another person, it feels like. Okay. All right. I don't really know how much I want to talk about this Devil High Priestess energy here. That's funky. Let's see. Let's clarify with this Star Power Tarot. Awesome. Seven of Swords. Again, not a fan of this one. The Seven of Swords is that it's kind of that lying cheater card. It's that someone who believes their own truths, the truths that no one else believes. It can be very narcissistic. It's not a good energy. And like I said, it feels like you're watching this go down. Yikes. And it's like I saw it coming, and I don't even know why I ever wanted to be a part of that in the first place, or why I ever wanted to be near that or invested in it or seeing it. I don't know. Yuck, man. Thanks. King of Pentacles, upright, very good. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This is the energy of putting things to right. This is, oh man, this is someone who, when they speak, other people listen, but it's because they, there's like an energy of stoicism to this king. It's someone who is, he wields a lot of power, and he can do so quietly. Doesn't have a loud voice. Someone who is very nurturing and kind, but very honest and very wise. And someone who will sit quietly and watch something happen and not interfere, but just be very wise about it, right? That feels like your energy there. And I've got the Wheel of Fortune here in the upright. This is good timing. This is blessings coming towards you. This is a good, again, a good vibe. It feels like whatever this energy is, it feels like it's happening. I'm hearing beneath you is what I'm hearing. I feel like it's something that you're not investing a lot of yourself into, but it is a situation that you may be having to watch. What is this High Priestess in reverse Devil card? Two of Cups in reverse. It's a dissolution of a partnership. That's what it is. And incidentally, the Devil's the card of Capricorn. The High Priestess is the card of Pisces as well. So I don't know if those zodiac signs ring a bell to you or not. But this Two of Cups in reverse can be a dissolution of a partnership in some way. It is also one of our soulmate cards. That's two soulmate cards out here on the deck. Okay, I've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy here with this Queen of Cups. Very good. That goes, it's, again, it's like, oh, and now I've got the King of Swords out here. Nicely done. This, again, you know how I was talking about the King of Pentacles? I said he's someone who, when he speaks, other people listen because he can be very quiet about it. Well, the King of Swords is very direct. It's like, let me put some verbs into my sentences for you kind of energy. It's not always the nicest of energies. While this King of Pentacles, it's a kinder, more nurturing energy. Like when enough is enough, and when it's time to go in a different direction, it's a very clear and concise communication with that King of Swords. This Queen of Cups is, she's like, it's an energy of like, I wish I could do more to help. And again, I feel like she's watching it from afar, like she's looking at it through a camera. Alrighty, let's clarify just a little bit further with this family tarot, and then I'll cut you loose and we'll move over to Aries. All right, Eight of Wands in reverse, and the, what is this, the Nine of Wands? Wonderful. Some of these cards are a little bit challenging to read. This Eight of Wands in reverse can be a lack of communication. It's like no one's moving. There's like a stalemate in communication with whatever this is, or somebody's not sharing the details of everything with you. You may be getting one side of the story and one side of the story only, and that is maybe why you're having to kind of look in from a different direction and just kind of be more of a silent observer in what's actually going on here. Somebody hasn't been telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, that's for sure. With this Nine of Wands right here, it's somebody who's putting up a lot of boundaries, and this feels like this may be your energy. Maybe you're starting to put up some boundaries, or somebody has done that around themselves, possibly to keep people out, or maybe that's something that you're doing yourself just because you don't want this to be so close to you, or an energy that's present in your life. I don't know. But the Nine of Wands is that, it's that wounded warrior card, and I always say he puts up the boundaries because he's been wounded in the past. He's a smart guy, right? Yeah. Thank you. 8 of Cups. Darn Skippy. So that's twice out for that guy too for you. So this 8 of Cups is an energy of having to move on. And again, when I said it was like, I don't even know why I thought I wanted that in my life in the first place. Definitely that energy of having to walk away with a bit of a heavy heart. And it doesn't feel even so much as sadness as almost like frustration that's starting to turn into anger a little bit. And that may be why we have to have this little come to Jesus moment with this King of Swords energy, where we really put things out on the line. It's like, I tried to be nice about it before, but now my nice words are gone and I have my serious face on, you know. That kind of is the energy of that. And seeing you going in a different direction with whatever this is. Like, I don't know if this is something that's happening in your social group or at work or in your family or in your own home. I'm not sure, but it's an energy of like, yeah, I saw it coming. We all saw it coming. We've seen it happen before somehow, and it seems like it's a sad situation with some sort of dissolution, but there are some people who haven't been sharing the whole truth here. And there's an energy of clarity that is only being gained like from an outside perspective, because someone hasn't been, they've put up a lot of walls and they may just not be talking to other people, or again, not sharing the whole truth. Okay. Alrighty. That was your reading for the week. Okay. Next up we have Aries. All right. Thank you, Leo. I will catch up with you next week. All right, Aries, let's do this traditional rider wait for you guys. Okay. Nice. Okay, so do you guys remember about a month ago when the only card I could seem to get out of this thing was the 7 of Swords, and I was like, thank goodness that is over, because then we had 2 weeks where we didn't have any 7 of Swords, or very few. Well, I guess that's not the case now, because now look at who's back. This is, again, the 7 of Swords. It's just from a different deck, kids. This is someone who is, they're not telling the truth in a situation. Again, it can be trying to get away with something that doesn't belong to you, or it can be theft. It can be, and with the energy of not telling the truth, there are a lot of reasons why people don't tell the truth in their lives. I guess we're going to talk about it some more. So here's the Hermit, and this is the card of Virgo, if that matters at all to you. But the Hermit is someone who self-isolates. And they do it because you can gain a lot of wisdom in these times of quietude, and it's a time of meditation. And we're going to see how those two energies go together. I don't know if this is a situation that you're moving away from, and that's why you're isolating right now. Ace of Wands in reverse. Ugh. Again, Ace of Wands is the most sexually passionate card in the deck. Whenever it's in the reverse, it's like a torch that's being put out in a bucket of water, or it's a total letdown, or it can be... In this combination, it could suggest infidelity in some way. Okay. Chariot, that's the card of change. It's the card of Cancer, but it's a card of movement and change. It's like going in a different direction, going in a new direction, going in a direction, and going as fast as possible. This is like get in the truck and go kind of energy to it. It can be moving house. It can be changing occupations of some sort, or changing jobs in some way. Page of Wands. Oh, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but it kind of came out on its side. This can be an immature communication. This can be like a tiny communication, some kind of small message or something like that. Whenever it's in the, it wasn't necessarily in the reverse, but on its side, it's like you're kind of questioning either a message like this that you've received, or something that you have sent. There's some kind of action of change that is driving, or some kind of endeavor. It doesn't even have to be a message. I say a message because the pages, again, are messengers. It could be some little spark of interest or something. I don't know. It's like very fiery though. Two of Swords. Very good. That's it. And on its side too. This is whenever cards come out on the side for me, and I've been noticing they never used to do this. They were always upright or in the reverse. And the same thing I've been seeing for other readers as well, who are also noting all the sideways cards. And it's a new, for me, it's an indication that you're in the driver's seat here, and that you are the one who's going to be propelling this either into this position or into this position. And we're still waiting on you to make a decision about it. It's kind of the energy of it for me. But this Two of Swords it's about needing to go within and make a decision and block out all of the noise of the other people around you. This is why we have you isolating with this Hermit energy, like really, really trying to get down to brass tacks with what you think, how you feel, not just what everyone around you has been parroting to you for X number of years, right? Smarty pants. I like it. All right, and it's got you contemplating on this Page of Wands, and look at you with the Three of Wands here. It's the minor arcana version of the Magician for me. It's the card of manifestation. I know it's out there for me. They are right around the corner. Whoever this person, place, or thing is, situation in your life is, you know it's coming, and you know it's right. It's almost here, whatever it is. All right, I'm going to get a different deck out to clarify for you guys. Let's use this Tarot of Wonderland. What is this Seven of Swords? The Seven of Swords can feel like an energy of like feeling like you're getting away with something, or I don't know. It can be like an energy of like, what is your truth? Like, how does that, like maybe you have been not telling the truth to yourself or to another person. I don't know. In any case, though, it's definitely got you with this Hermit energy, and not communicating at all right now. Like, there's a lot of things that you want to say to someone, and you're not saying anything right now at all, okay, with this Eight of Wands. It's because you're trying to think about what you're going to say before you're going to say it, because maybe in the past you haven't always been honest, either with yourself or with someone else. I mean, everybody is like that sometimes, right? So maybe this is why you're kind of isolating yourself and really trying to figure things out for yourself. I like it. Or you might be trying to get away from an energy of someone who hasn't been telling you the truth about something. I've got the Star card here. That's the card of Aquarius. It's a card of blessings that belong to you. They're unique to you, and they are oftentimes life lessons, and those life lessons promote a lot of growth within us, and boy, they're never easy, but by the time you get out on the other side of them, you will have grown a lot as a person. And a lot of times those blessings can be found from that communication with a higher power whenever we have these times of isolation with this Hermit energy. Asking for guidance, yes, of course. And I've got the Judgment card here. It's like that wake-up call. It's that aha moment. It's that it is Judgment Day, right? Time's up. Whatever it is, there is some kind of major change. Man, that goes right on top of the cherry. I didn't even see that. Wow, so there is like a lot of change coming to you, and it's like happening this month is what I'm understanding. You have a lot of major arcana here on the table too, so we're making some kind of major shift in your life happen right now. I don't know, maybe you're moving into a new home and you're very excited, or maybe you're moving across the country or something. I'm not sure. It looks good. Really having you up in your head about how you feel about something, and I think that this light bulb moment is going to happen for you pretty soon, like within this month. I've got this Four of Wands. It's just flipped over in there. Again, Four of Wands, it's that twin flame 1111 awakening card. It can be significant of like a spiritual awakening in you or someone else around you. It goes right on top of that Chariot card. I like it. It's also one of the soulmate cards in the deck, right? That's what I said with this Three of Wands. It's like coming around the mountain, right? Nicely done. I've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this is someone who's not really sure they have what it takes. Like if this is a love opportunity that's coming towards you, you're like, I don't think I can do it. I'm exhausted. I don't think I will. Fair enough. Well, I'm here to tell you it's like right around the corner. So either get ready or be prepared to make a different choice. I don't know. Like I hear a bad attitude. Oh man, you guys are the best. Look, you've got the World card out here. Look, no wonder you're exhausted. Like I said, this is a major transition for you where you're moving from one thing into the next, and it looks like a major shift. There's a lot of big energy here. The World card is closing out a major chapter in your life, a major portion of your life, so that you can move on to something much better, especially with this Chariot card. But man, like I said, those blessings that are unique to you, those learning lessons, they are exhausting. I agree. Whoever said that's how we had to learn stuff, I don't know, but it seems to be the way it goes. And they can really turn your world upside down, right? Okay, but it looks like you're getting it back on track real quick. You just got to close out some things, and new things are right around the corner. Anything else you want to say with this family tarot? 3 of Wands. Twice now. Nicely done. That's this guy. That's that energy of the, it's the minor arcana version of the Magician for me. It is somebody who knows how to make things happen. That's you. Okay. And I've got the Magician. Yep, the minor arcana version of the Magician for me is the 3 of Wands. And now we have the actual Magician, which is the card of Aries. And that is you. Alrighty, so the Magician is, again, somebody who knows how to make things happen. Nicely done. And they will use every tool that they have to get the job done. I want to get nosy and ask what this 7 of Swords is, like what this is that you or somebody else isn't like telling the truth about, but I don't know if I want to know. You're like, I don't think you want to know. Yeah. Look, I've got the King of Wands here and the King of Swords here. Nicely done. So that is a lot. So the King of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, masculine energy. So that's you guys, right? Very good job. This is you really showing up for yourself. You're starting to feel better for the first time in a while is what I'm hearing. Starting to feel like yourself again for the first time. This King of Swords is someone who knows how to say what they're thinking now, how they're feeling now. There's a lot of clarity to their speech all of a sudden. There's a lot of directness to them. If this has been an energy of you where you haven't been telling the truth, or someone around you hasn't been telling the truth, it's like you're cutting it out, and all of a sudden you feel like you're quite freed up to express yourself in a way that you haven't been before. So every bit of the lack of communication here that's caused all of this like isolation energy within your life, that's clearing out now. And it really, really is. We're actually closing out that cycle with this World card. Nicely done. And like I said, she'll be coming around the mountain. Get ready. I can see it coming. And I feel like we've been saying that for a while, but with this 3 of Wands here twice, that is an energy of, like I said, it's the card of manifestation. It's very similar energy to this Magician, where it's not just making things happen. It's, yeah, I've been planning for it for a while. Surprise, right? And I don't know how that relates to you specifically, but whatever it is, it has you feeling much better for the first time in a while. Nicely done, Aries. I will catch up with you guys next week, and we are on to Sagittarius. Okay. What do we have for you guys? Let's use this Hush Tarot for you guys. All right, then we're going to do Ophiuchus, and then we'll be on to our water signs. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so pages can be messengers, excuse me, but this can be like a message about money that you don't want to hear or something. I mean, pages are small communications, so it could just be like a little blip, like, oh no, I forgot about that thing or something. Oh no, I hope not, right? It can be a couple of different things. Now I've got the Magician that crosses that. Again, that's the card of Aries that we were just talking about. The Magician is someone, again, who makes things happen. And whenever it's in the upright, it's a good sign that you're getting things done. Ooh, this could be the energy of procrastination that you are having to now kind of get stuff together all of a sudden. Oh, okay, all right. Like putting some things off for a while and now having to get to work on some things maybe. Okay. Maybe. All right, I got the Queen of Pentacles here. Very good. This can be money coming into you, but this is an energy of stability. It's nurturing. It's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine energy. Very, very beautiful energy. It's like very soft and calming. It's an energy of fertility, and it's an energy of financial abundance. It's an energy of someone who takes care of a lot of people. Takes care of a lot of people. Good job. And she does it so well. That's might be you, right? Thank you. Yeah, I've got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse under that, though. Interesting. Okay, so I'm kind of getting the impression that all of a sudden you, whomever you are starting to kind of learn what's important for you to be investing in for yourself and what's not. You're starting to look at the aspects of your life where there has been growth and where there has not been. And where I'm actually hearing like where things have rotted and left holes in things. Oh, okay. Fair. All right. So we don't want that either, right? Seven of Pentacles is about the action of waiting for something to grow, but whenever it's in the reverse, there's like no growth there, and having to recognize that in certain areas. And it's like the recognition of that propels you into some kind of new pattern that puts you into a much more nurturing and calm space. Yeah, here's what I'm hearing. There's been like some obsession about something or some worry, some concern about something for a while, and all of a sudden you're able to let it go because you're seeing where there has been no growth or no change within a person or situation. Man, okay, so that Page of Pentacles in reverse, I was saying before, like, because I was like, it could be a blip in your financial life or something today. It can also be this energy of, again, it can feel like obsession, right? Like just worrying too much about something, thinking about something too much, that kind of thing. Focusing on the wrong things, perhaps. That could be the energy. And with this energy of the Magician, that's an energy of needing to change that and understanding that. And that will propel you into the, like, freeing up the energy to focus on the right things, right? Okay. You're super smart. Okay. Super genius. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So now I got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. Well, hold on. And the Two of Swords. Okay. So the Knight of Pentacles can be someone who's not learning the lessons that they need to learn fast enough. Learn faster. That's what you're saying, right? And it's maybe causing like some delays. We could have some financial issues popping up for you this week. I don't know. It's sort of feeling like an energy of instability, or somebody who's not paying attention to the right things and has possibly allowed things to kind of overwhelm you in some way. With this Two of Swords, there's an energy of like really going within, and it's we had that out for Aries a minute ago, and like reassessing I'm hearing like the dramas in your life, or like the parts of your life that have just been off balance, and where the responsibility within you lies in that is you're being kind of hard on yourself, but I like it. I do. Sometimes we gotta be, right? And who better to do it than you? All right, Sagittarians are very wise. You guys are, you're the seers, yeah, and you're always seeking information. But this Two of Swords is exactly that. It's like drawing yourself within so that you can block out all of the other voices other than your own and your higher self, the voice of your higher self, to counsel you as to what to do about whatever this situation is. Again, I said the areas where you're not seeing growth, and in fact seeing quite the opposite, like decay in your life, and having to assess those. And when you do that, there's a major change. There's a lot of it's like nurturing, healing, positivity, possibly financial growth that comes out of it. It's kind of heavy, I gotta be honest. Let's clarify here with this Deviant Moon Tarot for you guys real quick. What is this Page of Pentacles in reverse with this Magician, yo? Oh man, the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is like that sleepless nights, tossing and turning, nightmares, bad dreams, just like that nagging, worry, monkey on your back kind of energy in the reverse. It's going to be more the same if we don't have a change, like if there's not some kind of drastic change. I get it, you get it, everybody gets it, and you're like, yes, I do. We already talked about it with the Magician. We did. And that's true, but what is this major change going to be that propels you towards this Queen of Pentacles energy? Ooh, Ooh, all right. So the Two of Pentacles, that's about balance. It's finding balance within yourself. It's learning how to juggle things, and it's learning how to be self-disciplined. Yeah, because it takes a lot of energy to manage those, like to rotate those in the sky into the infinite, right? Which is what the Two of Pentacles does. It forms the figure 8, which is the symbol of infinity. And it's like she can't put them down. And so you have to learn how to do it. And you have to learn how to do it seamlessly and go with the flow. Because it's like life is going to keep happening. So might as well get balanced about it. Oh, the Five of Cups. Again, it's like that energy of obsession. That's why I brought that up with that Page of Pentacles. Five of Cups can be, it's like that definition of insanity that we were talking about earlier in one of the Earth sign readings, I think. This is just like, it's very stressful. And that's a 5. And again, I've got another 5 here, 555. Energies of conflict and chaos that bring change into your life that is necessary. No one wants to sit in a situation like this. No one does. No one's happy here in this situation. So obviously it's time for a change in some way, right? I think so too. The Hangman, interesting. That's the card of Pisces. But it's the energy of like waiting for something else to happen. Waiting for another person or place or thing to arrive. Waiting for a noun. How about that? And waiting for some kind of change. Here's the thing. I feel like hold on one second. I think we might lose battery power. Hold on, I might not be plugged in. 1 second. It's an energy of waiting on somebody else to make a change for you, it feels like. Where actually you probably need to be the change more likely. So I don't know. I'm hoping that my phone doesn't die while we're doing these. And if it does, I will record the rest of them and I will post them onto the Facebook page if that should happen, okay? But I notice I don't know why it's doing that. Anyway, this Hangman energy, it's waiting either on somebody else or waiting to, I don't know, like waiting to feel a shift in some way. I don't know what you're waiting for. Oh, maybe we'll find out. Let's see. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Snap. You guys are brilliant. All right. Page of Pentacles in reverse twice out. Somebody who's not learning their lessons. Why? That's why we have you still hanging on this bridge here. It's because you're not getting it. Like you're not getting the message here. There's some kind of change that you need to make. And it has something to do with something that you've been like, I'm getting like low-key obsessed with. Or could be like, I don't know, just like focusing on the wrong things in some way that has caused some kind of imbalance. And you understand that this is a change that you have to make. And that you're the only person who can make this shift of, it's like consciousness. It's like a shift in consciousness where you're not feeling this anymore. And it feels like you're waiting. It's an energy of you being stuck. It's like not learning from some situation. I am sorry. And these are your words for you. It's not me, it's you. All right, but when you give me repeat cards like that, I know that you're telling yourself the truth. Let's see. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Stop, you're crazy. Twice out with the Knight of Pentacles, both in the reverse. We've just used 2 decks. This is why I say you guys are so smart. Here's the deal. If you can be in your living room and you can give me these energies across my table, and all of you do it, every single sign does it, like at least once in every reading, then I know how amazing and humongous your energy out there is. If you can do that and you can make me pull these cards out, make these cards flip out like this, that means that you can assert your energy in any direction that you want to. And so all of these changes that you would like to see in your life, you are the one who's the driving force behind them, and you are 100% capable of doing it. You just keep showing me every day. But for some reason, I don't know what this is that you're not learning. This Knight of Pentacles, it could be about finances. I don't know if you need to tighten up your spending in some way. I don't know if this is this thing that you're low-key obsessed about. And like I said, insert a noun, person, place, or thing. There's not been enough positive growth to warrant it. And it feels like, yeah, oh, okay. So the 3 of Pentacles. That can be an energy of like, again, it feels like waiting on partnership in some way, waiting to build something with somebody. It's an energy of waiting, or this is an energy of forming a partnership, really, and it's really forming a very positive, grounded, balanced partnership. But this Eight of Cups again. This was in the previous reading. It's like an energy of having to walk away from something. In this deck specifically, it's kind of that energy of like, man, I don't know why I ever wanted it in the first place. Ugh. Like, okay. I don't know, maybe once you choose to walk away from whatever this is that you've been so worried about, that's been on your mind for so long, maybe that frees you up to find a more secure partnership in some way for you, whether that's in career or love or something. We got a lot of pentacles here, which is a lot of earth sign energy. So I'm not sure. And not a lot of you in here, Saggy, I have to be honest. I don't see you in here. Like there's no fire sign representation in here. So I don't know what's happened. I don't know if we've had like an earth sign hijack your reading here or a Pisces hijack your reading here. Maybe an Aries. But no. Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's see with this family tarot. But or that just means like you haven't been accessible to yourself. Okay, here's the Eight of Wands. This is about communication. This is fast-moving, rapid communication. I don't know if this is your need to communicate to someone else or someone who's going to be rapidly communicating towards you. It could be quite a few different directions. Six of Wands in reverse. It's like understanding that there's not going to be a victory here in some way. It goes right on top of that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, where you're like seeing what you can't invest in any longer, and because it's not growing, it's doing the opposite. It's decaying. In fact, there's not going to be a lot of change. I don't know if this is communicated to you in some way, but in whatever case, it allows you to move forward in some way. Yeah, I've got the Lovers in reverse. Ugh. That's the card of Gemini. Ouch. Lovers reverse. It can be like letting go of a love relationship. It's definitely having to make a choice in your life in some way that's like a big choice, or maybe it's made for you in some way with this Lovers in reverse. And it goes right on top of that Hanged Man, which is that card of Pisces, where all of a sudden you're able to kind of free yourself from this ledge. Okay, because you'd been stuck up in here for a long time and just waiting on somebody else, and now it looks like you don't have to anymore. And it's kind of with a heavy heart though, with that Eight of Cups right there. This Three of Pentacles though, is somebody who really wants stability for themselves in their lives, and that's you. And you really want to form some kind of stable partnership with a person, but in order to do that, you have to let go of whatever this is that you have been, I don't know, upping your head about or so worried about. We had that Page of Pentacles twice in reverse, where it's like it's a feeling of not learning your lessons, and also just worrying about the same thing over and over again, but there not being like a real change in the situation. Yeah. So I feel like that's not going to be a thing for much longer, right? You're like, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I think that's going to free you up in a lot of ways, and I like hearing that for you. All right, Saggy, that was your reading for the week. I'm glad I got to read for you, and I will catch up with you next week. Alrighty, let's see here. Ophiuchus, you guys are next. And then we will move on to our water signs. Let's do the Star Power Tarot for you guys. I've got the Two of Wands, wow, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Very interesting. Okay, so the Two of Wands, it's about seeking partnership, and specific to this deck, it's like a very lusty kind of card, like quite lustful. Like she's very much seeking partnership. Okay, this could be your energy or someone who is watching you. All right, this King of Pentacles in reverse, that's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, masculine energy, but it's an energy of like, it can be root chakra wounding. Honestly, that's heavy. It can be like inner child wounding that you're looking at here, and maybe you're assessing partnerships from a different perspective for the first time in a long time, or maybe your whole life or something like that. That's a lot. There can be a few different things here. I don't know. We'll come back in a minute. I got the Four of Swords here out on its side. So the Four of Swords can be about a breakup. It can be about the ending of an idea or an ideal in your head. It can be like something that you had once thought defined you in some way. It goes on top of that Two of Wands, which is very interesting. Because again, the Two of Wands is about seeking partnership, but there's some kind of dissolution of illusion in your head, because that Four of Swords, it can be an ego death of some sort. It can be like also needing to just take a break, like actually literally needing to take a break, like a nap sort of energy. So take it as it resonates in your life. But whenever it comes out on its side here, we know that you're kind of in the position of making a decision about this, or it's something that's happening now to you. Like, okay. Eight of Wands in reverse is somebody who hasn't been talking much. I don't know if that's you or if that's somebody around you. We're all in quarantine situations, obviously. And so there has been a lot of isolation. I've got the Ten of Cups here. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna not pull any more from this deck. This is good because the Ten of Cups is very positive. It's like emotionally fulfilled. It's very happy. It's like big smiles. It can be a blended family. It's like it's a lot of good things coming towards you. So I don't want to mess that up by pulling more cards right now. I'll clarify with a different deck because I'm not sure why we have like. I'm not sure how this is going to go together. With this Eight of Wands right here in the middle of your reading, and it's in the reverse, there's like a lack of communication here. And I think that's going to be something that changes. I think it's going to change this week. Alrighty, tell me what this Two of Wands over here is. I have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Dang, okay. Okay, well, this is an interesting combination. Seven of Swords is obviously, we've talked about him a few times tonight already. Charming fellow. He's kind of like the lying cheater card, right? Somebody who kind of leaves a trail behind him. This guy is interesting, specific to this deck. He's the Knight of the Knave of Hearts. He stole the tarts, right? Yeah. And this guy leaves a trail of tarts behind him while he's stealing all the swords from the encampment because he wants to make sure he takes everything he can. He's like really trying to get away with more than he should. Now that is interesting because that is crossing that Four of Swords right there. And I don't know if you may have been in like a third-party situation or something. Ah, man, I got the Ten of Swords on top of that, which is the minor arcana version of the Death card for me, right? Like I said, it's like that Julius Caesar card, one more stab in the back. This is kind of the energy. It can be... I think you're just learning a lot from past relationships and you're choosing what to not identify yourself with or align with any longer. The Seven of Swords, again, it can be dodgy. It can be like third party situation kind of thing. Whenever it goes on the Four of Swords like that, it can be the energy of having to let go of a relationship like that in your life or some kind of ideal. Again, it's like an ego death, right? And here we have like another form of death here, right, with the Ten of Swords, and that goes on top of this King of Pentacles here. And it's so interesting that I brought up that root chakra, that inner child wounding kind of energy, because that is and it's all about this like seeking partnership vibe for you. So you take that as it resonates in your life, because that's pretty fascinating stuff and it's kind of major. Yeah, I've got the Empress card out here. It's the card of Virgo, but that's everything. It's like she's so beautiful. She's so nurturing. She's so kind. I don't know if this is your energy or that's somebody that's crossing you. She's someone who takes care of others. In this card, you're like, who is the Empress in this situation? Who's caring for whom, right? It's a lot to ask of a person to run their own empire. And it's something that has you, or I don't know if there's an energy of like you worrying about it or something like that. I don't know if maybe that's why you want to seek some kind of partnership. I don't know if this is career related or love related. You take it as it resonates. Obviously having to make a choice about something, and it feels like kind of letting somebody or something go in your mind. Maybe somebody that you had idealized in your mind or in your heart, or maybe you had done that, somebody had done this to you. But this Empress energy, and the High Priestess goes right underneath that. Wow, this is someone who's highly intuitive, highly spiritual, can be a psychic, can be a healer of some sorts with this High Priestess energy. She's a secret keeper. She doesn't talk much. That's the energy of the High Priestess. It's the energy, it's Pisces, card of Pisces. It's somebody who just kind of keeps everything quiet. Almost to a fault is what I'm hearing. It's kind of making me nervous with that Seven of Swords energy over there. I'm not sure why. It feels like, again, I said it's like a secret keeper kind of energy. Let's see. What is that? Thank you. OMG, you did not even. Did you guys see those fly out right next to each other? How many times have I shuffled these decks? There is no way that the King and Queen of Cups could be right next to each other in the deck. Oh my gosh, you guys are adorable. So there is some kind of, like, that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Queen of Cups and King of Cups both, right? There is some kind of secret that it goes right on top of that High Priestess, which is that card of Pisces, but it's in the reverse, and it's telling me like there is some kind of something that nobody's talking about, and there's an Empress energy here. Again, that's that very nurturing, very beautiful, somebody who takes care of it all. Oh my gosh, right? Yeah, but both of these are in the upright, and so we could be talking about some kind of love relationship here, but there are a lot of secrets between these two in some way. Alrighty. And I've got the Queen of Pentacles out. You're nuts. Alrighty, so the Queen of Pentacles, that's very similar to that Empress energy right there. She's very nurturing, and I was noticing we've got this King of Pentacles here. So we've got two pairs out here, like represented twice here. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, King and Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the Queen and King of Cups, right? Nice job. This Queen of Pentacles, though, she's very nurturing, very similar to that Empress energy, and somebody, I feel like somebody's watching you. And I think somebody sees you this way. There's some kind of secret. Somebody is keeping some kind of secret, whether it's how they feel about you or you about how you feel about them, or something. Somebody is watching another person here. This Seven of Swords energy can be kind of sneaky energy as well. That Ten of Swords energy could be somebody coming back around from the past into your life. This Eight of Wands energy is about communication. There hasn't been a lot of communication between you and another person. You're nuts. I got the Queen of Swords out with that. And the Four of Wands. That's crazy. So the Queen of Swords, I'm such a dork, I know. The Queen of Swords is, well, it's just because you have so many queens. You have a lot of feminine energy here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4... 5 representations of like divine feminine energy here, and so you're pretty tuned in and turned on for sure. This Queen of Swords is someone who finally can communicate how she's feeling. She finally can communicate her thoughts, her emotions, and she can do it without becoming overly emotional or highly dramatic in any way. She's someone who can be very clear and concise with the things that she says. Now I have this Four of Wands here, which is one of our soulmate cards in the deck. So this is something that's coming towards you if it's not already at your doorstep. It's that 1111 awakening card for sure, but it's definitely a focus on the four walls of your home and also your physical body as well. And so that's what I have on top of that Ten of Cups. Remember how I said I just don't want to pull any more cards from this deck because I want to leave it at that. And I said this Ten of Cups is a beautiful energy. It's very nurturing. It's wonderful. It's a blended family. It can be a home. It can be reconciliation between partners that have been apart. It can be it's just a happy family card, all right? It's a very good sign. And whenever we have this Four of Wands on top of it, Four of Wands is the marriage card for sure. But it is like a divine union. Okay. And that's why I didn't want to pull any more cards after that, because I don't know how we get from this kind of super shady energy over here with this Two of Wands and this Seven of Swords in reverse, and then this Ten of Swords where there's like, and this Four of Swords here where there's like some kind of ego death or having to let go of something that was defining you and possibly the partnerships that you were attracting or seeking. And I have some kind of actual pairing that comes out here with this King and Queen of Cups, and also this King and Queen of Pentacles, and also with this Queen of Swords energy here and this Empress energy here. Okay, so, and again, it's not about the genders of the cards. It's about just the energies. Okay, so just go with it, whether you're masculine or feminine or whatever your orientation is, it doesn't matter. It's just the energies of the cards. But there is just, there's a lot of heavy divine feminine energy here. And there's a lot of partnership and pairing here as well. And whatever it was that you were looking at or for in the past, I think you're letting that go. I've got the Two of Swords that came out there. Nicely done. Two of Swords is that energy of going within to really get down to your own inner voice as to how you feel about things and blocking out everything else, because it's not important. How you feel is what's most important. And here I've got the Hanged Man. Holy smokes. And that goes right next to this High Priestess too. Both the card of Pisces. But incidentally, this Hanged Man card in reverse, it tells me it's time for you to move forward and to stop investing in these things that were this Seven of Swords energy. And look, I've got the Seven of Cups in reverse too. That is interesting. So this, whatever this is, whatever this situation is that you've experienced, where I said there may have been like some root shock or wounding or something, it's caused you to kind of keep yourself secluded and not talking at all, for sure, and waiting on another person. And I think you're pretty tired of doing that. I don't think you're going to have to do it anymore. You're not going to do it anymore. This Seven of Cups in reverse can be about delusional thoughts and like being able to let go of that. Like no longer having to worry about those same things. It's the Seven of Cups in reverse can be like being overwhelmed by the amount of either options you have or the amount of emotions from other people that are kind of being thrown your direction, and you're not going to have to do that for some reason anymore. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. It could be the energy of like not, well, I don't know. Could go a lot of different ways. All right. I will check in with you guys next week. And if that was your reading, do let me know, and let me know how that's going for you, because I just want this whole Ten of Cups situation here for you. I love it. Love it. I like that Four of Wands energy for you. Very beautiful. Lots of good things coming out of this major change that happens with this Ten of Swords Death card energy. It's good. I like it a lot. All right, I will catch up with you guys next week, and we are on to our water signs with Scorpio. Very good. What do we have for Scorpio? I'm going to keep moving on. I feel like I am missing some decks or something. I am missing a deck. All right, let's use this Tarot of Azatoth since we turned around and got it. Let's do that for you guys and see what is coming up for Scorpio. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, so the Tarot of Azatoth. This is a really cool deck, and they do title some of their artwork. This one is titled Failure. Thanks a lot, Tarot of Azatoth. But basically what it means, this guy is watching the crops that he planted fail to thrive. And that's kind of that energy. It's like while you were sitting and waiting for it, it didn't come to fruition the way that you wanted to. That's very specific to this deck, that interpretation. Alrighty. And we got the Seven of Swords again. All right, you're killing me, Smalls. Let's see here. Seven of Swords. How many times are we going to talk about that guy this week? So that's the energy of maybe not telling the truth. I believe they titled this one Futility. Correct. Yep, Futility. It's someone who ultimately will never be able to manage what they've done here. Like you really can't keep up with it all. There's no way. First of all, she doesn't need this many swords today. She doesn't. Really what she needs is clothes.
She doesn't have any of those. She has all these swords. It's not helpful. And it's like an action of no matter what, you can never steal something that doesn't truly belong to you. That can't be a thing, right? And so you can't have anyone else's life either, and whatever this is that you've watched fail, it could be because of either a third party situation or because simply it was never meant for you in the first place, ultimately. Okay. And the energy of the Seven of Swords can also be, now that we've gotten what we were going to get out of the situation, now it's time to cut our losses and run. Also is kind of the energy of that. Okay, this Prince of Wands, this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy here. It's fast moving, and it says it's somebody who's like, yes, I want to go in that direction. I want to make a change. Yeah, it's like time to blaze a new trail is what I'm hearing. And it's actually a really nice feeling. It's like an energy of like clearing off. It's like a prescribed burn is kind of that feeling. It can feel like a powder keg, kind of an inflammatory situation at first, but it's got a very positive energy. Look, it's got the Ace of Swords right under it. That's great. That's actual clarity. That's like truth and light coming into your life. It's possible you've been kind of depressed for a while. It looked like you were in kind of a state of stasis, having to stagnancy as well, and having to wait for something else, someone else, something, and now you're not going to do it anymore. You see, the situation is truly futile, and no matter what, it wasn't really meant for you long term anyway. And so now we have this new fiery passion to go in a different direction, and it's like very invigorating. It feels really good.
I like it. Yeah. Two of Pentacles, good. This is the balance being restored in your life. I like that. Very nicely done. All right, I'm going to use the Star Power Tarot.
This one is the Two of Pentacles, and it's titled Change. And again, it's that, remember I was referencing that figure 8 pattern that the dancer has, and it's like it's the energy of juggling into the infinite, and you have to learn how to do it seamlessly. It's very similar to the Temperance card energy for me, where you have to learn how to balance yourself. You have to learn how to adopt positive habits and routines in your life that are going to bring that balance in. All right, and they're going to restore balance. Okay. So tell me about this situation over here. Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, retracting a love offer of some sort. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy right here. This Knight of Cups. In the reverse, it's someone who had given their heart to another person and now they're going to take it back. It's kind of that energy. Because you're not going to wait for this to get better, because you've seen that it's not going to. It's like you've given it long enough and you haven't seen the change that you needed. And so, like I said, it's like cutting your losses and time to go in a different direction. Six of Cups. Alrighty, this propels you right into a soulmate relationship. Damn skippy. Six of Cups is one of our soulmate cards in the deck. It can be about past life love. It can be someone you've grown up with. It can be somebody that it feels like a kindred spirit right away. And that's right with that Ace of Swords. This could be a message that you received this week from someone that propels you into a different direction. Okay. I've got the Five of Swords. Now we have to cut someone out, though. Five of Swords, very specific to this deck, can be having to do some weeding in the garden. Remember how I was saying, like, the things that we planted, not only did they not grow, but they had a tendency to rot on the vine. Not good enough, not healthy enough. Now we got to do some pruning. Pruning of people, places, and things in our lives, possibly. Okay. Alrighty. Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. There could have been some kind of situation. Okay, so I'm just going to caution you. With this Five of Swords energy where I was saying we're going to have to cut some people, places, or things out of our lives. Whenever, because I see that you have something new coming towards you that's a soulmate relationship. So you're having to end something or move away from something. And I feel like you've already done that for the most part, but there's this little part that still is going to have to, it's like do the dirty work of actually ending something permanently. Okay. And I encourage you that when that conversation comes around, to be very mindful of the things you say and the way that you say them, because this Page of Wands energy can be inflammatory and immature, and it can hurt people's feelings if you're not careful. Okay. And it can also be the energy of someone who's not seeing things from the same perspective as another person in the conversation is. And so just do be mindful of that somebody else that you're talking to, whoever this is that you have to cut out of your life, may see things very differently than you. So be very kind and honest with your words. I'm sure you will be. Okay, yeah, I've got the 7 of Cups in reverse and the 5 of Cups on top of that, man. So, and that goes on top of this 2 of Pentacles here, which again is about that balance. And I said it's kind of like reminiscent of that Temperance card, where you're asked to like temper yourself and your daily routine and your life and what that looks like for you. And the 7 of Cups in reverse can be someone who's been a little bit self-indulgent, a little bit myopic in their perspectives. They can be like a little bit I don't mean to say like self-obsessed, maybe self-absorbed a little bit. And I don't know if that's you or if that's someone else around you. It can be intoxicated energy as well within the 7 of Cups in reverse. That may be something that you want to look at if you're looking to make more positive change and balance in your life. Same with this 5 of Cups. That's that energy. I said it's like that definition of insanity kind of energy, where you're always reaching for empty cups, and then you're surprised when you get them and they're empty, and you're just not focusing on the right things. I don't know if that's you or another person, but in order to like kind of instigate this change, this balance that you want to bring back into your life, these are the aspects of things we're going to have to cut out. Alrighty, what do you have to say for yourself with this family tarot? Okay, thank you. Ace of Swords. Oh, golly, you guys are brilliant. Okay, so that's the second time out for that guy for you guys, right? The Ace of Swords. That is that energy of understanding and clarity that comes in for the first time. And it's also telling the truth for the first time in a while as well. It's possible that in the past you or somebody else had not been telling the whole truth. And possibly not talking for a while too, not communicating at all. There is some kind of conversation that comes up here where you're going to have to share the truth or listen to the truth in some way. And I feel like you've kind of already processed it. I don't know if this other person really fully has or something. In any case, I encourage you to do so. You have some kind of soulmate relationship coming towards you. This Moon card is talking about secrets. Yeah, this is what we're talking about communicating here. The Moon card is the card of Cancer. But it's things that can be done in the dark, but it's also things that are brushed under the rug. And when we're not talking, they can get bigger and bigger and bigger, because it's like the little white lie turns into like the lie by omission or something like that. So take that as it resonates in your life. Let's see, anything else you want to say with this family tarot? We got the Queen of Cups here. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. Very good. That's a return to yourself for the first time in quite some time, with the Queen of Pentacles, which is really good because that's and the Queen of Wands all out right next to each other. That is so boss. Look at you. You've got all of the queens there except for the Queen of Swords, which is fine. But that's sadly the one that we really needed the most, because she's the one who's the most honest and truthful with her conversations. Look at you. All right, but you got all the other ones, right? So we have like a lot of a return to yourself and your true feelings about things with that Queen of Cups in the upright. It's an understanding of where you want to put your heart and who you want to give your heart to. And it feels like there's a newness and almost like a just like a refilling of yourself in some way. Very good. With this Queen of Wands, it's a highly sexually passionate card. It's very creative and fiery. It's that sacral chakra energy where it's just like it's very beautiful. It's like I hear like moths to a flame, like everyone wants to be around you in this energy. It's very lovely, and it's a card of having a very good time as well. This Queen of Pentacles energy is about creating new stability and wealth in your life and new avenues for that. There is something that like shedding this old layer of whatever this was that you haven't been telling the truth about, quite honestly, for some time, and I don't know what that looks like too. I don't mean, I'm not like trying to call you a liar or something. Please don't come for me. That's not what I mean. But it is kind of like an energy of not sharing your truth with another person, and it's kind of important that you do that. And it looks like you're wanting to end something, and that if you do, that's going to propel you directly into this soulmate relationship that's coming right around the corner, that's going to make a lot of changes in your life rapidly. And there's a lot of balance that comes in with whatever that relationship is. Okie dokie, that was your reading for the week this week, Scorpio. I'll catch up with you guys next week, because that was fascinating. All right, what do we have for Cancer? Now let's keep going with this Tarot of Azatoth. Nice. Alrighty, we got the Nine of Wands. That's our Wounded Warrior card, and they have titled this one Strength. This is really about fortitude. It's about creating strength around you. It's about creating boundaries around yourself that will increase the fortitude of your home and yourself. Okay, and this is a great deck with this representation, because again, it's someone who's very wise. Like it's like doing hurricane prep before the hurricane hits, right? It's like smart cookie. Learning how to put up more healthy boundaries. I have this Hermit in the reverse, which is someone who has maybe in the past not learned those lessons very well. And it could be that this is the time that you learn how to do that for yourself. And I'm not sure what that means for you. But this Hermit in reverse, it's kind of, oh, I don't know why my battery thing keeps coming on. So again, if we lose power, then I will record these and post them. So this Hermit is that energy of Virgo, but don't get hung up on the zodiac signs. The real meaning behind it is someone who's struggling to learn a lesson in their lives, and someone who really kind of needs to go within and spend a little bit of time with their higher self and decide, you know, what it is they would prefer their life to look like, and then start putting up some healthier boundaries, because maybe in the past you haven't been. Okay, yeah, I've got the Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, this lack of health. Oh man, and it's got the Tower in reverse underneath it. Ooh. Okay. All right, so yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. There is an aspect here of this Tower in reverse is like, man, I saw it coming. I saw it coming before it happened, and I saw it from a mile away. This Hierophant in reverse is someone who's not committing to the right things. It can be a dissolution of a partnership, but it's much more than that. This is someone who's struggling to make commitments in their life because of some kind of boundary issues here. And I'm not sure what that means for you. This Tower in reverse, though, this is a great card. It's like, dang, I really did see it coming. I saw it coming before it hit. Yeah. And the reason you did is because you had red flag warnings, like in your gut before it happened, because you've experienced this before in some way. Okay. Now this Hierophant in reverse, it's like struggling to commit to a situation, or it can be a dissolution of a partnership. It really can be. It's the card of Taurus. Yeah. All right. Prince of Cups. Yep. Okay. So hopefully this is an energy that you have navigated through recently. And the reason I say that hopefully you have, because I need you to learn your lessons really fast, because I have this Prince of Cups here, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But again, the Prince of Cups, he brings the Ace of Cups. That's like a new love relationship that's headed towards you. So I want you to make sure, like double check off all the boxes that you have done as much of your healing as possible. Yeah, because you may have a new love relationship coming towards you, and I don't want you to be dragging the same baggage in. I feel like you, High Priestess in reverse. Again, this is someone who keeps a lot of secrets. They have secrets from others, and also they, again, they're not seeing things correctly, or they're not learning lessons. I've got the Hierophant in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, and the High Priestess in reverse. These are like, other than the Magician in reverse, like that would round us out, okay? Because you have basically all of the highly spiritual major arcana cards here of someone who should be like the Dalai Lama, like you should have learned that much in your life because you've been through so much and you've just been given hardship after hardship after hardship and asked to grow so much, and yet you're still not learning the lessons. So basically, we're just kind of waiting for some little shift to happen in your perspective and in your understanding that's going to gel all of these hard life lessons where we've just been knocked down a bunch of times, and they're going to turn it into basically like a trophy case of I don't know, reward for you, spiritual reward for you, but you're still just kind of waiting on yourself to figure it out here for some reason. And that High Priestess in reverse is someone who struggles to talk about their feelings, but to tell the truth about some things. Darn it, with the Seven of Swords that came out in the reverse on top of that. Again, somebody who may be having trouble telling the truth about something. I don't know. This could be you. This could be someone in your immediate environment. That guy. Okay, right under that High Priestess in reverse. Okay, let me have this traditional Rider-Waite to clarify real quick. Like, can't even. All right, so we have all these boundaries and walls being put up, and that's not such a bad thing. Let's see. Darn it, with the Ten of Swords, that's the minor arcana version of the Death card. It can be a breakup of some sort. Shoot, it's very painful, right? Don't even like looking at it for you. That's very similar energy to that Tower card, where I said like you saw it coming because you've experienced it before, right? You've been through that cycle again. You may have just had an ending happen and you were like, man, I wish I had learned that lesson before I had to go through it again with the Devil card. Yeah, the Devil card. That's the card of Capricorn. And then I've got the Queen of Wands here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine energy. Yeah, these are things that are addictions, things that enslave us. The Devil card is kind of like the mirror image to the Lovers card, all right? But it's just kind of that energy of darkness. It can be like the darker sides of that. And that's why we have you putting a lot of walls up around yourself. This Queen of Wands energy goes right on top of this Prince of Cups energy here, where we could have you directing your attention towards a fire sign, or that could be coming towards you in some way. Nope, Queen of Cups in reverse. That's your card. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. Whenever it's in the reverse, though, it's someone who's not feeling like themselves in some way. They can be overly emotional. They can be prone to crying a lot. And that goes right on top of this Prince of Cups right here. There's some kind of new love relationship that's coming towards you. But like I said, I want you to have like learned all of these lessons before you jump off into it, and it's coming very soon to you. So whatever you need to do to close out these cycles and these old feels and all this old baggage and all this stuff you've been dragging around with you for XYZ however many number of years, it's time. And it's time to start learning why they happened and why they happened the way that they did, and to kind of start understanding those aspects of yourself so that you can move forward. Okay. Oh, what is this High Priestess and Seven of Swords in reverse? That's interesting because we've got the Seven of Pentacles here. That's nuts. Okay, so I got two sevens here, but this was present in the previous reading, the Scorpio reading. That's interesting because remember it was futility. This one's futility. It was failure. Failure. I knew it started with an F. That's how they had titled theirs, but this is an energy of waiting for something to be harvested, waiting for someone, waiting for something. And it goes right next to this Seven of Swords, where you're not really telling the truth about something in any regard, or someone else isn't. It's that energy, that lying cheater card kind of thing. This has you waiting on something. And with that High Priestess in reverse, it's like secretive, or it's a lesson that hasn't been learned in some way. That Queen of Wands energy wants to come in and move towards something different and something better, but there is still just... there's an energy of not quite finished wrapping up with this old cycle, but there is something new coming towards you, which is why I'm saying chop, chop, right? Okay, clear as mud to me. Let's see. What is all of this? Anything else you want to say with, yep. Seven of Swords in reverse. Twice. Ugh. Yeah, there's kind of an energy. Could be a third party energy here. But in any case, notice my throat's all clogged up. There's a lack of communication. There's a lack of honest communication, whatever this situation is. And the Six of Pentacles here on its side, this is what the real issue is here. It's Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity within relationships. It's equal give and take. And it's an energy of what wants you back, right? Whenever it's on the side here, it's like you questioning, it's like a self-worth issue for you. Whatever this is here that you were wrapped up in with this Seven of Swords energy, where you or someone else wasn't telling the truth for whatever reason. There were secrets that were kind of kept, swept under the rug in some way. There has been some kind of fallout, or there will be some kind of fallout here where you were like, yes, I saw that coming. And it's caused you to put up a lot of boundaries and actually accumulate a few more articles of luggage in your collection of baggage, right? And now having to really look at that and see it for what it is. And it's got a lot to do with self-worth with that Six of Pentacles. Yeah, and I've got the High Priestess in reverse that just flipped out with that. Yeah, that's someone who's not learning the lessons, and they need to get it can be the energy of secrets coming out too. In any case, it's kind of an energy of needing to start telling the truth about things, that's for sure, because those kinds of things, those secrets will eat up your tummy, make your tummy hurt, and make you have headaches and worry and that sort of thing. Sleepless, tossing and turning. Don't do that. I don't want that for you. I want you to have peaceful, happy, restful sleep, right? And it's really coming from acknowledgement with that High Priestess of changes that need to be made in your life. And it has to do with, I'm hearing like almost educating yourself about the changes and choices you need to make in your life and how that's going to be different from this point out. Now that you have learned what you have learned with that Tower in reverse and that Ten of Swords. Yeah. All right. I love you very much. I'll see you guys next week. Next we have Pisces. We're going to start with this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. Let's see what we have for our Pisces. Queen of Pentacles. That's the energy of Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine energy, but it is the energy of fertility, luxury, abundance. It's very nurturing and loving. It's a motherly energy. Three of Pentacles. This is somebody who wants to establish a partnership with someone. There's a lot of Pentacles here already. Earth sign. You may be dealing with an earth sign of some sort, but this is the energy of wanting to create a stable partnership, wanting to work on a team with someone. And like having a plan for how to do that. It's almost like I see that you're the one that's devising a plan of some sort. Seven of Wands in reverse, and the Hanged Man, which is your card. That's the card of Pisces. Very good job showing up right there in the middle. Seven of Wands is someone who's having to deal with a lot of drama, and whenever we have it in the upright, it's someone who feels like they're in the right, like they have the upper hand in the situation. But whenever it's in the reverse, it kind of feels like you're fighting an uphill battle, and that you have people coming at you from all different directions and demanding either a lot of your attention or your time or a lot of your emotions. And it can be feeling like very overwhelmed and definitely wanting to take yourself out for a while because it's too much for you. That Hanged Man in reverse is an energy of waiting around for something to change, but it's also, this person takes themselves out because they don't want to have to deal with anybody else's nonsense anymore. And whenever we have this in your reading, Pisces, because this is your card, this has you feeling like yourself for the first time in a while. It's choosing to let go of these other people and their drama is kind of what I'm hearing. Nice. Alrighty, so I'm going to put these back in really quickly, but it's the Two of Wands and the Star card. And I don't know why I'm putting them back in. I just feel like I need to. Hold on. If they're supposed to come out, they will. Perfect. I've got the Five of Pentacles here. This can be about separation or loss from another person and kind of feeling that. Kind of feeling, it can be feelings of abandonment in some way. Being kept from someone in some way. Okay. Ace of Pentacles on top of that. Okay, I think that goes on to this other side over here. Hold on, let me clarify with another deck, okay? Let's use traditional Rider-Waite. What is this? I'm going to take it all the way back over here to this Queen of Pentacles. I know I didn't talk about this Ace of Pentacles yet over here on the end, but I will in a second, because as you know, the Ace of Pentacles is one of my favorite cards to get in any tarot reading. It talks about a solid new beginning, but I'm not sure how we're getting from point A to Z here. So let's take it back over here with this Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. This is somebody who starts talking about things, or they have things to talk about. Okay. All of a sudden feeling kind of a heavy vibe here. It's like you are wanting to focus on some kind of partnership, and you're wanting to focus on growing this partnership. I don't know if this is something that's been in your environment for a long time and you just haven't been seeing the growth that you wanted from this person or these people, or if this is a whole new partnership that you're focusing on and it's coming from a very nurturing and kind place. This King of Swords energy is very concise and clear with their communication and very direct with what it is they have to say. This feels like your energy, I have to be honest. Someone who's able to communicate efficiently and effectively for the first time in a long time. Nicely done. Alrighty. And it's a lot of it, mental clarity. There's a lot of, I don't know, there's like a lot of freedom that comes with this, whatever this discussion is. And whatever this is that you're looking at here with this wanting to develop a partnership with this person or people, it feels like it's coming from a very good place and a place of clarity. And there's a lot of abundance behind it too. What's this Seven of Wands in reverse, where we have you kind of wanting to flee some kind of high drama situation. Darn if it's not the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Holy smokes, kids. There could be some kind of separation or a loss. Somebody that wants to come back towards you. Okay. Especially whenever it's in the reverse and you're maybe examining like how much drama it's been previously, and is that really who you want to align yourself with or how you want it to be? I don't know. There's been someone that's been separated from you from some time, or you, this person, and one of the other of you is feeling really quite devastated about it. But again, looking and assessing the amount of drama, and it feels like it's coming from other people, not from you. And I don't know if it's like other people putting their 2 cents in within this relationship, or if it's just the relationship itself was just high drama or something. Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, immature and inflammatory, perhaps. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy there. Has you really reassessing what it is you want to do. 3 of Pentacles. Holy smokes. Look at that. 3 of Pentacles twice out. You guys are brilliant. I don't know who you are, Pisces, but you have a big energy and a lot to send out into the world. 3 of Pentacles twice is somebody who's really wanting to establish a positive and functional, foundational partnership. In the past, it doesn't feel like it has been. It doesn't seem like it has gone well at all. And so I have somebody here who's still like willing to try. Which, okay. I got the Magician in the reverse, though. That's like everything. It's like, I'm still willing to give it a try. Are you kidding me? I've tried every single thing I can think of to make this better, and I can't seem to manifest this future for us. Or I can't seem to get it right. Or I've turned over every stone. My nose is itching like crazy now. I've turned over every stone, and I don't know what's left. I don't know what could possibly be left for me to try. And I've got the Justice card here, which, ooh, that's a card of Libra, but it's a card of fairness and balance. And here's the thing. Whatever this situation is or was, there's like some kind of separation between people here in some way. It's been kind of emotionally stressful and damaging for you in some way. And it's caused you to pull yourself out and really, really evaluate, so many things. So many things, to the point that we may have legal matters here that we have to look at with this Justice card. Wow, I didn't see that before, but the Justice card is right between both of these 5 of Pentacles in reverse, which can denote like as much as a divorce possibly on the table here. But there is some kind of someone is seeking some kind of stability here. And it feels like they've tried everything that they can to get this off the ground or to fix this or heal this. And I feel like it was your energy that was doing it, Pisces, because it's all right here on your shoulders, it feels like. Yeah. And you have been having to deal with the brunt of whatever this has been, like a lot of drama from other people involved in some way. What? Now do tell. How do we get from, boy, howdy. I said, how do we get from that to this where we've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is like a brand new solid start. And then we have the Fool card here that comes out with that, which is a brand new start. Wow, it's ending one cycle and starting another one, because the Fool, it's the number 0 card, right? It is the brand new beginning. It sure is. And this Ace of Pentacles, that's like an ace in the hole, right? Yes, it is. This is a solid deal offer, whether it's in love, whether it's in career. It's a brand new beginning, and it's very tangible. I give you this, I get that in return, and it is reciprocal, and it's very much something you can take to the bank. Okay, but it's a brand new beginning in some way. Okay. Five of Wands in reverse, that's you. It's an energy of obsession and worry and stress, like back and forth in your head. Like it really is. And it feels like you having to have like the weight of the world just like bouncing around like ping pong balls in your brain all day. And whenever it's the Five of Wands in reverse, it's time to stop doing that, because it's just going to become more and more. Like it's going to create more and more drama if we don't stop. The best way to deal with that, I think, would just be to communicate. Yeah, we've got 5, 5, 5. Fives are, again, energies of chaos and conflict that bring about necessary change for transitional moments in our lives. That's good. All right, I get the Two of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who is definitely tired of hearing other people's opinions about their lives and their feelings. And there's somebody who goes right on top of that Hanged Man card in reverse, where it's somebody, or excuse me, in the upright. It's an energy of someone who needs to get away from the opinions of other people and really get down to brass tacks with how they feel about a situation, with the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, she wears a blindfold so she can block out all of the noise and other people's 2 cents, right? And she can get closer to a higher power that way too, or her higher self at the very least. Okay, very good job. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, you're not going to wait anymore, and you're going to take action here. This 8 of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who doesn't want to keep working on things that don't bring them any growth and that aren't ultimately creating them in them a better life, that's not helping them become a better version of themselves, is what I'm hearing. And so you're not going to invest in it anymore. You want to invest in something else that's a lot more solid for you, with a much brighter future for you. Nicely done. All right, Pisces, that was your reading for the week. I will catch up with you next week, and I hope that you have a good week. There is some kind of communication that you need to make known here. You're still trying to work it out in your head how you're going to do it, and I don't know what it's going to be. We'll find out next week, but there is some kind of major energy. I didn't notice that 5 of Pentacles that was like sandwiching this Justice card in the middle of it. That could be legal matters that you have to tend to, paperwork that has to be tended to. In any case, you're clearer than you've ever been in a while with your own self in your own head. If there's been drama bouncing around in your head for a while, you're all of a sudden starting to work it out for yourself for sure, okay? Okay, I like it. All right, we'll catch up with you guys next week. We have next up Gemini, and you guys are the first of our air signs. So we go Gemini, Aquarius, and then Libra will round us out at the end of the night. Let's use this Deviant Moon Tarot for Gemini. What do we have for you guys? I got the Ace of Cups in reverse. This can be an end of a relationship. This can be fallout within, I don't know, in your emotions. This can be a lot of tears